Welcome. My name is Allison Folby, and I am the Priest Director here at All Saints Church Community Center. Welcome to We Are All Saints, a community recognition event to thank all the folks who have helped All Saints Church Community Center through the COVID-19 pandemic. Thanks to our volunteers, our donors, community partners, and staff, we were able to keep our doors open when most of the city's drop-ins were closed. We were able to keep serving people in need, connecting with them, welcoming them, and providing them with practical help. Thank you for helping us in our mission. Thank you for helping us share in God's love here at Dundas and Sherburne.
Well, we fed the mob. Now we're just down to the trickle. But as soon as word gets out that the bags are really good, we'll get the mob back.
Hello, my name is Louise Simas. I'm the chair of the board at All Saints, and I bring greetings and a heartfelt thank you from the board. I hope you enjoy this celebration. It's a wonderful virtual event that's been delivered so creatively in these difficult times. And I know it could not have happened without the many talented staff and volunteers. And so I'd like to take this time to thank Sonda, Marva, John, Megan, Allison, our peer workers, Janet and Faye, and our drop-in staff, Amanda, Shay, Sharon, Lashana, Chantal, Sashel, Alex, Diana, Tomas, Karen, Nikki, Michelina, Humberto, and Fatima. I'd also like to take this time to share a letter of gratitude from our bishop, the Right Reverend Kevin Robertson. I'm going to show it first, and then I'm just going to read the note. It says, in recognition of your dedicated service to the church and the city during the COVID-19 pandemic, I, Kevin, by divine permission, Suffragan Bishop of Toronto, extend to you, the staff and volunteers of All Saints Community Centre, our most sincere gratitude for all you have done and continue to do in service and example in the church and to the community. May God continue to richly bless you. The Right Reverend Kevin Robinson. And I'd like to take this moment also to thank everyone watching this for your support and your encouragement. It is your financial and practical support, your prayers and advocacy that enable All Saints to continue to be a beacon of God's love, a place of connection, a place of welcome and support here at the corner of Dundas and Sherbourne. On behalf of the board, our staff, and our community, thank you from the bottom of my heart. God bless.
Hi, I'm Liz Lokre, and I'm a friend of the community here at All Saints, and I'm going to be singing a song that I wrote called Rise Up.
Can't you feel that it's warmer now that the winter's gone? Ever been part of something so right that it feels wrong? And if true love makes you blind as hypocrisy, it's so beautiful wasteland, but I can barely see. And oh, do you really want to live before you die? Yeah, I said, oh, do you really want to live before you die? We're gonna feel like we never felt before. Take less, maybe give a little more. So when you're gonna rise up, together we must stand up. We're gonna feel like we never felt before. When we know what we're fighting for. So when you're gonna rise up, together we must stand up. Oh, they can call me a sinner, yes, they may criticize, because yesterday's glory will be today's demise. But you see, I built my walls up on the solid ground, and freedom it echoes. Oh, can you hear it now? And oh, do you really want to live before you die? Yeah, I said, oh, are you ever gonna live before you die? We're gonna feel like we never felt before, and take less, maybe give a little more. So when you're gonna rise up, together we must stand up. We're gonna feel like we never felt before, because we know what we're fighting for. So when you're gonna rise up, together we must stand up. Everybody rise up.
Hi everyone, I'm Sonda. I'm the drop-in manager here at All Saints. I've met many of you over the last couple of months. I haven't had the pleasure to meet everyone in person, so this is my opportunity to introduce myself and also to share many thanks to numerous people who've helped us to keep our program running in general, but especially over the last couple of months. So I started this job just as COVID hit. It was a lot of new faces with staff, with community members, with volunteers. And it made me appreciate even more the genuine warmth, the need to help, the willingness to help, the adaptability of our volunteer group because everything changed. They couldn't be with us physically in the space. And also because we were one of the very few programs that continued operating regardless of the new measures, it made a huge difference to our community, to staff, to me personally, that so many people were willing to do whatever they can, however they can, not just to help us, but to make us feel supported, to make us feel cared for. Typically, our volunteers would help in the kitchen, but the way they were doing things changed drastically. And as we were all physically distancing, socially distancing, it wasn't just the fact that they were bringing us baked goods or clothing donations. It was also that extra element of human contact, that physically distant smile and wave, and just checking in on all of us, on the community, constantly inquiring what it is that they can do, what are the needs of our community members. And I personally started to look forward to those visits, as did the rest of the team. And I continue to be touched by the amount of love and care that keeps coming our way. Can't list everyone who supported our food program by name because I'm worried that I'm going to forget one or two names, and then I don't want anyone to feel excluded. But thank you all, not just for making food yourself, but also engaging your neighbors, your friends, extending the circle of care that was supporting All Saints and continues to support All Saints, because we're still in this together. I also just wanted to recognize a couple of people who volunteered in a slightly different way than the majority of our volunteers. So Dan Cranley was so generous in terms of his time, his care, and one of the things that was very challenging is having sufficient staffing in order for us to be able to keep our doors open safely, daily, with all the screening and new procedures. And Dan continued to come in, work alongside us, bring joy and good spirit, and also support our community. But a lot of times he was that extra person that was allowing us to be able to run the program on that day. Also Erika, who I honestly thank you doesn't even begin to cover it. I really have no idea how our clothing program would have been organized amidst all of this chaos, but also just her willingness to pitch in whatever was needed, however was needed, including all of her support with this event. And Peter, who really was our Mr. Fix-It-All, whatever I needed extra help with, Peter was always so willing to come in and lend a hand. So I really, I know I keep repeating the words thank you a lot, but I just want you to know that it's not just me. Our entire community is consistently and constantly filled with gratitude that our volunteers keep giving so generously of their time, of their care, of their support. And I really hope that when we find ourselves on the other side of this hill, that we'll be able to celebrate your contribution in person. At the same time, I'm really excited and happy to share this with you. We received this certificate of appreciation as a sign and recognition of what All Saints community brings to the wider community, and we received this certificate from our counselor, Kristen Wong Tang. So I want to thank her, and I also wanted to include all of you because you're part of this as well.
Thank you, volunteers! Woo!
Hello, I'm Thomas McCallum. I'm the music director here at All Saints. This is a song I wrote called Canada.
my name is Margaret Wilson, and I'm the Office Administrator here at All Saints Church. Today, I get the privilege of thanking our awesome donors. There's a proverb in Jamaica that goes like this: every mickle make a muckle. And that means small things when combined can have one big effect. The effect, your donation makes it possible for us to welcome nearly 200 men and women in East Downtown Toronto living with significant economic and other challenges each week. The effect, according to a study done in 2016, All Saints contributed more than $13 million a year to its surrounding community. The study revealed that most of its economic benefit is concentrated in the category of individual impact, specifically in suicide prevention, crime prevention, and enhancing individual health. For every dollar that All Saints spent, $34 of economic impact is generated in the community. Now that's powerful. Thank you. Thank you for partnering with us to help adults celebrate living. We greatly appreciate your continued support and the powerful impact it has on our community. Throughout our different campaigns and newsletters, you have been there supporting us. In 2017, when we launched the Brick by Brick campaign, we needed your help to prevent the deterioration of the building that represents such a vital lifeline to a community of survivors. From your generosity, we were able to get the city of Toronto to match your donation through a matching heritage grant. Thank you. Next time you're driving down Sherbourne Street at Dundas Street East, please take a look at the structure of the building. That's your donation at work. No more crumbling bricks. Thanks to your generosity and commitment to our work. We call upon you again in spring for our COVID appeal to help as we navigate through the pandemic. Thanks to you, All Saints was one of just 6 Toronto drop-ins that remained operational. We were able to serve over 200 meals a day, as well as provide support for 75 residents at the All Saints Church Homes for Tomorrow Society. Thank you. Thanks to your kindness and generosity, we were able to purchase 50 sleeping mats for the drop-in. Thanks to your kindness and generosity, we were able to outfit our kitchen with reliable appliances. Martin Luther said that if you want to change the world, you should pick up your pen. I get the privilege of seeing when you pick up your pen by receiving your checks in the mail. I have received so many thoughtful and inspiring words, which I have shared with my colleagues. Here are just a few of them. Use where needed most. Thank you for what you do. You're an inspiration to all of us. For the work of the Drop-In Center, with thanks for the dedication of the staff. Thank you for helping those in need and keep up the good work. I find comments like these very moving and inspiring. They reinforce to me and my colleagues why we work so hard to make a difference for all. I'm also incredibly touched when people share their own personal stories and experiences after visiting All Saints. A few weeks ago, I was told by Charlie about our visit to All Saints. She visited for the Reverend Allison induction service and how privileged she felt about being invited to sit at the table to to eat afterwards by ladies in our community. To quote Charlie, "We couldn't talk about any work or their work on the street, but we sure found something in common. When they were talking about the cakes our moms used to bake when we were kids, all the faces were light up." Thank you, Charlie, for sharing that with me. I was looking through our files of donors the other day and realized that some of you have been supporting All Saints for more than 15 years. Some of you have met over the years, and others I can't wait to meet. Names are so familiar to me that I find myself getting whiplash at dead end functions when introductions are made during conversations. Someone once said that whatever we possess becomes of double value when we share it with others. Looking around me at the difference your financial support has made to our organization, I know that to be true. So this is a thank you from the staff, the board, and from the men and women we serve in East Downtown Toronto, living with significant economic and other challenges. Simply put, if it wasn't for your faithful supporters like you, we wouldn't exist. So thank you for your gift, for your prayers, and for your steadfast commitment to the work of the Lord at Dundas and Sherburne. Thank you for your faithfulness. We greatly appreciate your kindness to our ministry.
We began a kit-making group because there are a number of women that are bored with their quality of life as it is. A lot of them have substance abuse issues, but you need something to do. Part of the problem when you have substance issues is that you use when you're bored. So we figured they were ready for the next step, and that was to find them something to do to help them occupy their time so they would not use, even if it was only an hour. The kit making group got started. I went to Father Brad and I submitted my ideas. He suggested I do some focus groups. I go visit other kit making groups. So I did that. I talked to clients. I talked to the people that ran the groups. We picked out the good and the bad from each group and how it would fit in with All Saints' mission statement. We handpicked the participants because we were trying to get the people that were ready for that next step. We didn't allow using during the hour you were making the kits, so the group would benefit the community and the participants. That was very important. For the participants, it kept them clean for an hour, it made them responsible, it gave them a commitment, it gave them something to do every Monday, something to look forward to. For the community, it gave us the harm reduction kits that would supply the community. It also helped when the participants learned a certain behavior, they would pass it on to the other women, like they took it outside the group into the community. It's a tough love group. They all have to be on time, they cannot even be 5 minutes late, and they cannot be high or any usage at all of any substances whatsoever. I have everything organized on the table, all the supplies we'll need for the kits. They all come and they just spend the hour assembling kits. I try to pick a different topic, so we're talking about different issues that are important to the participants or the community, and we just make kits for the hour. We have lots of laughs. It's non-judgmental. It's highly confidential. Nothing that happens from the group goes outside. Nothing from the outside interferes with the group.
I have valued community for as long as I can remember. And I've known for many years that God works through communities, through people. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown me how God also saves us through communities. Because it was community partners who enabled All Saints to stay open. It was community partners who gave us the personal protective equipment to maintain a safe environment. Thank you to Nick Swear and the Robert Kerr Foundation, to Street Health, the Toronto Drop-In Network, and the City of Toronto. Thank you for masks, gloves, sanitizer, gowns, and more. Thank you for helping keep us COVID-free. And it was community partners who helped sustain our meal program so we could keep serving food with a reduced staff. Thank you to the Men's Cooking Club at All Saints Kingsway, to Reverend Jason Myers and Metropolitan United Church, who sponsored our food program for several months, to Feed It Forward and Cater Toronto, Fred's Bread, MLSC Scotiabank, Progress Place, the City of Toronto, Second Harvest, and the Daily Bread Food Bank. The Daily Bread Food Bank deserves a special shout-out. They've supported us for many years now. And when they lost the capacity to deliver food to us and other community agencies, they quickly pivoted to food grants. And they opened new grants to fund additional COVID costs, like kitchen improvements, which we especially appreciated because both a fridge, I think 2 fridges, and a freezer died over the summer. Other granting agencies also made emergency funds available to help cover the extra costs of operating during COVID. Thank you to the Tippett Foundation and to the Rotary Club of Toronto Charitable Foundation for helping us in our time of need. The pandemic has shown just how much we can accomplish when we work together. With the help of Anishinaabe Health, we were able to provide low-barrier on-site COVID testing. With Sherburne Street Health, we were able to offer the care of several nurse practitioners while our staff nurse cared for homeless folks with COVID at another location. With the Works, we were able to supply harm reduction supplies to anyone who asked at a time of increasing need. Thank you, all of you. I'd also like to give a shout out to the city's Downtown East Community Development Officers, Emily Martin and Monica Gupta, as well as the United Way. Through weekly phone meetings, sometimes as many as 3, they helped the different agencies in our neighborhood connect and coordinate with one another, sharing information and providing mutual support. Among other things, they helped us access sizable pallets of water to distribute to thirsty folks through the summer. Thank you. Emily and Monica also helped us connect with the Yonge Street Mission, which supplied pre-sorted clothing so we didn't have to sort through the clothing donations ourselves. This partnership enabled us to provide emergency wear to people living on the streets at a time when very few organizations were doing so across the city. Thank you. Last, but by no means least, thank you to FaithWorks, the Anglican Diocese of Toronto, and the many churches who've supported us throughout the pandemic. Special thanks to the Anglican Outreach Network for support and coordination. Thank you to churches for your donations, your moral support, and your prayers. They help a lot. Thank you. I'd like to finish by sharing a story that illustrates the multiplying power of partnerships. A parishioner at St. George's Church in Ajax donated a tent, which we gave to someone who had been sleeping in boiler rooms and stairwells. She'd been homeless for many years. We don't always find out what happened next, but in this case we did. The recipient returned to tell us that through camping in the park, she connected with a Streets to Homes housing worker and is now living in her own apartment. I shared that story with Peter Mentis at FaithWorks, and he then shared it in the FaithWorks newsletter. And the story inspired someone else to donate tents and sleeping bags to All Saints just last week. Partnerships beget more partnerships, bringing us closer, even when we're apart. Thank you.
This is a song that's much loved here at All Saints. It's called Peace Be to This House by Bob and Lorraine Tadman. Peace be to this house. Peace be within.
Peace be within these walls.
The God of peace be thy shelter and thy shield. The Prince of peace rule in thy heart. The God of justice be to thee a stronghold. Peace be to this house.
Peace be to this house. Peace be within these walls. Peace be to this house. Peace be within these walls.
Be careful for nothing, casting all your care on him. Know within your heart he careth for you. Peace be to this house.
Peace be to this house. Peace be within these walls. Peace be to this house. Peace be within these walls.
My peace I leave,
My peace I give.
even as the Father's given me. Freely I've received, now freely do I give.
Peace be unto thee. Peace be to this house. Peace be within these walls. Peace be to this house. Peace be within these walls.
Thank you for being with us over the last hour or so. Thank you to Thomas and to Liz for sharing your gifts of music. Thank you for watching. And thank you for sharing in God's love at Dundas and Sherburne by cooking, donating, coordinating, and just plain old showing up. Every little thing has helped keep this bigger thing going. Every muffin, every mask, every tent has helped save the lives of vulnerable people during a challenging time. While our work continues, we can already see the kingdom of God in our midst. Thank you.